Hello everybody, welcome to another edition of Stormy Weather here. This is episode 8, hard to believe. And also hard to believe that yesterday was probably the most ridiculous of weather holidays. And that would be Groundhog Day, as you can see there on your screen. Yesterday was Groundhog Day, and of course, Phil predicted 6 more weeks of winter. And I just can't get over this. It's such a bizarre holiday. So let's just read a little bit here. It was the 139th celebration of Groundhog Day. The tradition dates back to the 1800s. Massive crowds gather here in central Pennsylvania. And Punxsutawney Phil, of course, is the groundhog that everybody knows. And it's kind of bizarre because we did have a really cold weather here when we had that snow in the end of January here in Bluffton, South Carolina, but now it is warm. It is, let's actually check out the forecast here. And this is kind of cool. This is the monthly forecast. So if we actually go back here to January, I'll show you where the weather was. So as you can see here in January, we had that cold spell right here towards the end of the month. I think it was the night of the 21st is when that snow came in. And it lingered and lingered. If you watch our old episodes, it lingered at least a week, which is unbelievable. So now let's go to February, looking at our local forecast here recently. And it's been beautiful. I mean, really, since last Wednesday, 70 degrees. It got a little chilly over the weekend, but we were back at a solid 70 degrees. Today, and it's just going to continue to be beautiful. In fact, this weekend into the 80s. So anyhow, the music you're listening to right now, this is an original tune that I wrote, actually, if you can still hear it. It's called Eggs and Salsa. So I'll put the link in the description on where you can check that out if you want to support a live original music from Veridage Studios. So I hope you're enjoying that track. Anyway, I was looking into this groundhog thing, and it just blows my mind. So I wanted to, of course, look up where is Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, and I pulled up Punxsutawney here on Google Maps. And the first thing I saw is this bizarre picture of a groundhog looking like the Statue of Liberty. So that's interesting, and I don't think that's it. I think we have more here. This is another groundhog. Not sure what's going on there. It looks kind of like flowers, I guess. This looks like Ranger Rick. All sorts of stuff. Oh, we got a police groundhog. They are running with this. I mean, they are going 24/7 with this groundhog thing. So, wild. Yeah, so that's the thing. I've never been to Punxsutawney. If you've been to Punxsutawney, weigh in here. And I'd love to hear about your adventures there. Yeah, it's such a bizarre tradition. We could also visit the Punxsutawney Weather Discovery Center, 4.6. So, I mean, you should go check that out. We're going to zoom out here, kind of get a picture of where Punxsutawney is here in the map of Pennsylvania. It is really in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing nearby. I think Pittsburgh's probably the closest city, but it doesn't look too close. It's kind of way down here. Wow. That's wild. So yeah, maybe some of you have been to Punxsutawney and checked it out. Another thing I found that was interesting about Punxsutawney is I thought he was the guy. He was the guy that really decided the weather, and he said 6 more weeks of winter. But apparently, there are others that disagree. Staten Island Chuck. I didn't know we had Staten Island Chuck, but let's read about this. Luckily, other groundhogs gave the predictions across the country. Here are the varied results from the weather-savvy groundhogs. Of course, there's Punxsutawney Phil. These guys looking like they're in the late 1800s still. By the way, Groundhog Day, one of my absolute favorite movies. I think Bill Murray is probably one of his best. Yeah, I can't really think of a better movie that he was in than Groundhog Day. Maybe Ghostbusters. But yeah, I'll put the link to that in the description below too if you want to check that out on Amazon Prime for sure. Phil ranks second to last in accuracy. That's funny. That is really funny. Yet we still make a big deal of it. Staten Island Chuck. Okay. Chuck strives to give New Yorkers something to look forward to. Most people may be inclined to trust Chuck more than Phil and others, considering he has an 85% accuracy rate. Wow. So Staten Island Chuck, holding strong. We've also got Jimmy the Groundhog. All right, 60%. General Beauregard Lee, Jackson, Georgia. And then if you want to read this is interesting. Groundhog Day originated from a holiday known as Candlemas, which was celebrated by early Christian Europeans before coming to America in the 1700s. Candlemas was a day to bless and distribute candles. The concept of Candlemas was if people saw clear skies, it meant a longer winter. Cloudy skies signify the end of winter. This tradition was brought over by the Germans when they settled in Pennsylvania and integrated the use of animals. Germans in the past used a badger, but saw a groundhog as a suitable replacement. Okay, so there you go. German tradition, Pennsylvania. It all is making a little more sense now. So, all right, we're going to do like we always do. We're going to look here at the forecast, what's going on. As I had mentioned in previous broadcasts, I said the Northeast is going to get hit and hit again. And that has happened. So here's an accurate map. That first one was not showing the blue for the snow. But yeah, they're getting hit and hit again. There's a big ice storm about to come in there, looking pretty strong. Yeah, 993. The pressure, it's going to be a big one to come through. And then again, we mentioned this before, and it's held true. Just one after another after another. This one looks really significant coming here, and Tuesday the 11th is just, yeah. I hope they're ready for it, because it's just going to keep coming. Yeah, one after another. Low pressure system just going straight into the Northeast with snow. It just is continuing all the way into February 20th. Unbelievable. This is useful here. We can look at thermodynamics, and we're going to go do temperature anomaly. We're going to back it up here to the current date. And this kind of tells us where are our temperatures. And, as I mentioned, it's warm here, unseasonably warm. And, yeah, that was actually on the 1st, a couple days. This was past Saturday. But we're going to go here to today, the 3rd, and notice we got this warm air just moving in. And you can kind of see that cold just continuing to hit the Northeast. But it's going to be warm down here in South Carolina, and very warm. As I mentioned, it's going to be near 80 degrees this weekend. Let's go back to this weekend. We can see right there. Yeah, it's got some nice warm weather coming in. And it's just going to continue to stay warm. Although, here we go. We have one bit of cold coming through here Thursday the 13th. It looks like really cold, dipping down here into the Delmarva area, and then even stretching down here into the Gulf again. So interesting to look at that. Let's go back and look at the moisture for this same time period. Yeah, and that's going along with it. So it looks like we could see some snow in the Carolinas, isn't it? Not down here in Savannah and Bluffton, but looks like a mixture there. Columbia, Greenville looking like some snow. Looks like snow up near Charlotte. So it looks like there's going to be a dip. I'm guessing this high pressure that's coming down is going to bring some Arctic air. That is what that looks like. So we are not done with winter. Maybe Phil is onto something. So there you go. All right, always fascinating. Okay, I think that is all the main stories I wanted to cover. I did, before we go, wanted to play a video of just this new band that I really become a fan of. And we're going to watch that here in just a minute. Just give me a second to get this queued up. We'll go back here to the title screen while I do that, and hope you'll enjoy it. Okay, so the band we're about to hear, this is a band, Folderol, and they're kind of a postmodern jukebox vibe. And they just put out a music video, their cover of Whole Lotta Love. So we're going to play this to end our broadcast today, and I hope you've enjoyed Stormy Weather Episode 8. As you can see here on the title screen, if you just Venmo at Baronach Studios, just look that up, Venmo at Baronach Studios. We'll put the link in the description as well. Then you can support us. We'll keep making new episodes, and I hope you enjoy this.
Sit way down inside. Honey, you need it. I'm gonna give you my love. I'm gonna give you my You've been learning, baby, I've been yearning. All them good times, baby, I've been learning. Sit way down inside. Honey, you need it. I'm gonna give you my love. I'm gonna give you my love. Want a whole lot of 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 love.
Hope you enjoyed that music video. Whole lot of love, the great Led Zeppelin cover, of course covered by the band Folderol. You can follow them at fjazz.org. You can find them on Instagram if you look up The Real Folderol, or also Facebook, X, all sorts of the platforms. And hope you enjoyed this broadcast here brought by Bear Notch Studios of Stormy Weather. Again, Venmo us at Bear Notch Studios to support this stream, and we will see you next time.